I didn't want Petro in this pocket because I thought we were then too open.
This is my favourite part of the goal. He puts his hands on his head, he can't believe it.
I think it's a very good and bad clip.
Yeah, that's exactly why we showed it.
And it goes now to Tell on the turn, it's the equaliser!
Welcome to The Breakdown. I'm here at Tottenham's training ground to meet Thomas Frank, Spurs head coach, to talk tactics and to go into detail on the touchscreen about his team.
Adobe. Gains one, deflected it in! Richarlison! That is absolutely sensational from Micky then!
Welcome to The Breakdown, Thomas. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We're at the training ground, which is probably one of the best in the country. Slight different
In the world,
facility
maybe?
from definitely.
In the world, yeah.
Slight different from the under-9s in Denmark.
Yeah, there was a muddy pitch behind the clubhouse, dark, rainy day. I remember the first session there. So yeah, slightly different. First time I coached them was back in '94, I think, something like that, on a pitch with only 3 players. So
Wow.
yeah, and then from there.
Was that always kind of the dream? I mean, looking at this facility and being, at Tottenham, the stadium, the training ground, and kind of being in the Premier League, Champions League, was that always kind of the dream, or did it just start really small?
Yeah, no, it started really small, really like literally step by step. I think after 4 years under 8, under 12, then I'm thinking, maybe under 17. So I went into Copenhagen. It was my hometown before that, and then I had that a few years, and then at a certain stage, I'm thinking, maybe I can have a full-time job in this. And in Denmark, it was very rare to have a full-time job in academies. So I got that, and then I was thinking, maybe, youth national team coach. That was a dream job, best youth team players and all that. And then I got that, and then I was starting thinking, maybe first team football.
Yeah.
And then I got a first team football in Brøndby. And then, just picked up from there.
I mean, it's been quite remarkable, kind of, your journey. Do you think, I don't think I've met anybody that speaks about his players like you. You speak about almost them like your kids almost, with empathy. I think for my generation, the manager it was quite rough and quite firm. Do you think coaching kids and kind of doing that kind of that way, do you think that kind of helped you kind of form this style?
Yeah, I think maybe that's a fair question. I think part of my journey, of course, working with kids and young players, academy players, but also being through that development of that journey, I've always been thinking of like developing.
Yeah.
Always thinking, okay, how can I make the player better? How can I make the team better? And if I make the player better, then I make the team better. So that's just constant doing. So even today, I'm still showing clips to the players one-to-one, I like you here. So that's always a little bit tactical related to my guiding principles of diff, but also there, as I say, get the touch of the player. So in terms of, you're good, keep trusting yourself, stuff like that. And of course, sometimes, hey, you need to work harder. If you want to get into the team, this is this. Because I think never misjudge kindness for weakness. So I know exactly where my
the line is.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a brilliant start to the season, obviously the first win against Burnley, but then you had a nice, easy away game at the Etihad against Manchester City, first away game. Talk me through kind of this clip. I think this is in about the 35th minute.
Yeah.
They've been pressing, obviously quite high, aren't they?
Yeah.
When did the boys get to decide, are we going to go long? Or when is that, because if you look here and you think, that ball into Sarr, that causes a nightmare for City. And I love the fact, once it gets, then you're in, aren't you? I mean, I know it's really simple, but really, one long ball there, a little flick, and these boys are off.
Yeah.
Was that the game plan kind of before the game? You knew they were going to come press you?
Yeah, I know they're going to press us, so we wanted, I always say we need to play behind enough.
Yeah.
Because you won't play short. You know, yeah, you get out sometimes, but you also get caught sometimes.
Yeah.
You only get long.
Yeah.
It's also too easy to read over time.
Yeah.
So need to have a little bit of both.
Yeah. So mix it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To mix it up.
But that's what I mean. Is that the players obviously have to decide, because I can't be looking over at you as a player thinking, boss, when should I play long? When should I play short?
No, exactly. No, they need to decide on the pitch. So we give them a framework. So as you could see when you go back, so we have the 4-2. Yeah, go back there. I can do the same here, right?
I love you to touch it down. Is rewind. Yeah. So
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Good. So you can see here we have the 4 players. So what we will call the 4-2 build-up. So we have that flexible. We are a little bit flexible with 2 in here, and then 2 on the last line. So we have different variations where we could play it in directly into Mo, where he could get out, roll in on his left foot, and he's so strong in his body. But also the longer solution if we win that way, or we can go one more line.
And that's my point. I think at the top level, obviously the boys can decide, but that's also dependent on what the opposition does, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on what City does, and because they come and press with so many, you can kind of...
Then we can have that
But
solution.
I do think it also helps having somebody like perhaps Sarr, who kind of, with his physical presence, you can play him up to him, wins the flick.
Yes.
And obviously with Brent, I think Brennan's one of the best in the Premier League at getting into the back post.
And he reads, you can see it when we play. Where do we play?
Just their play.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you can see that he sees it so early. So in a second now, he is now reacting. And now
he's gone in.
Yeah.
And then he gets in. And I love the fact that you've got great athletes, you know, to get in there.
So, no, he's very good at that, Bren. You can see the right back just see it too late.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fabulous start. And obviously you get one up at the Etihad and you think, great. When you're watching this, what you think? You must be on the side thinking, yeah, play it square.
Yeah, definitely.
Please play it square.
I think, again here, I think you can find a way to get out of it, depending on how you do it. You can do it different ways. You tried that yourself. I've been doing everything from 4 and 3 across in a 4-3-3 to put a little bit of trap, but now simple man.
But you know what's really interesting is that also you got Micky van der Ven in there, because you could argue. He's pretty dangerous, Erling, isn't he?
He's okay.
He's okay.
Forward, yeah.
But I like the fact, because Micky goes in there, it's Jed is really, you think he's locking on here, but actually he's also keeping us so Micky can go in there.
Yeah.
And I love this clip because there's so much detail in it. I'm going to run it real slow.
Yeah.
I think initially Charlton does great, so he bends his run so he can actually play in there, because obviously I'm guessing you guys are in a trap.
Yeah.
Get it in here.
Yeah.
Which I love, and I'm going to run it a bit slow. I just think there's so much amazing detail in this clip. And then here, I love this. Bentancur saying, Micky, you going to squeeze? Because you got everybody, haven't you?
Yeah, I got everyone up.
And once you got him there, then you're in, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you think also having a young goalkeeper in there, did you know Trafford might try and show his ability on the ball and kind of play? Because it feels like that, I mean, that's an aggressive press at the Etihad.
Yeah, exactly. We just know that they would like to play sometimes.
And a young guy wants to show his ability, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But as you say here, you can see Jet before, when you played slowly, can play slowly. You also see his position here in a second.
He's thinking about it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's ready for both.
That's what I mean.
So you drop it out there, then he's ready.
Yeah, I love him.
So actually, even in man-man, we're still half and half for some players.
Did you work on this on the training? Because obviously the first goal's perfect, kind of.
Yeah.
You're quite deep in your own half, but this is obviously the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, we work on this. Yeah. So both.
Who decides that you go press there, or did you do that on every goal kick?
Every goal kick.
Every goal kick.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Without fail.
Yeah.
Every goal kick. Yeah.
I love that.
And then you can see it depends a little bit. So this time it was Brennan up, winger to centre back. It can also be the 10 up to centre back, and then the striker for the other centre back, and then the 2 wingers on the 2 fullbacks. But depends a little bit on the opponent and on our personal on the day.
Yeah, I mean, I played as a 6, so I used to think if you're going to pass in there like Sarr, if I'm going to press you there, mate, that's the worst pass. In history.
Yeah.
To play it in there, I just love the detail of the clip, and they do obviously so brilliantly. You must have been so proud as a manager.
No, that's top goal in many ways. Very happy with that.
I mean, and this obviously, your teams work incredibly hard. Obviously, they're good on the ball as well. I love this one. Look at Kudus. That's brilliant.
Yeah. No, he's for me, it's a big thing. We need to work hard as a team. There's not one team in world history that have achieved anything without working extremely hard.
Well, and again, you see Richarlison working incredibly hard there.
Yeah.
Bentancur, okay, he loses that one, but actually Richarlison gets back.
Yeah.
And I think that's a blueprint for success, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think, of course we need to build up in a nice way and we need to defend in a nice way, but just a pure work ethic in these days is like a non-negotiable.
Do you think that's gone lost a little bit with everybody talking about stats and formations and tactics, but actually, winning tackles, winning second balls.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can decide a game on winning second balls alone.
Yeah.
Even at the...
Yeah.
I messaged Vincent Kompany this week about that, because I think that even in the Champions League, I think you can win the biggest games because everybody plays.
Yeah.
If you win tackles and second balls, you can win games like you did at the Etihad.
But also, as you said, now we had the situation where we played short. But of course, just like we also do it sometimes, they go very aggressive against us. Let's say Man United go very aggressive against us. Then we will play a longer ball.
Yeah.
But that ball you don't just win, because then maybe it's whatever Colo or Richie or whoever it is against Harry Maguire, for example. Okay, Maguire will probably win that.
Yeah.
But he will head it down as a second ball.
Yeah.
So how can we win it there? To say that's a big part of it.
Yeah. This is my favourite part of the goal. He puts his hands on his head, he can't believe it.
I didn't want Petro in this pocket because I thought we were then too open.
Away from home, you've been the best team in the Premier League, which is, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's okay. Can we keep that through the season? That'll be nice. Yeah.
But probably one of the only things you probably want to kind of improve is probably maybe that home form.
Yeah.
And obviously teams are probably sitting a little bit deeper in possession. We just had a couple of clips kind of in possession. Obviously it's a great press from Villarreal, you'd have to say.
Yeah.
But do you think, what would you say here? Because I'm thinking, well, you could go there, you could recycle out there, and then you get down that side. Do you want the boys to do anything, or has he got free rein to pick whatever?
I know here you can pick whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think it's more how we structure it from the beginning, and we work a little bit two different ways, because in the beginning I was very aware of that I didn't want it, let's say, Petro to be too much in this pocket, because I thought we were then too open on counters, or have Jet, let's say, both fullbacks in there. So we worked in different structures, but for me it's more that we find the right structure. So whatever it is, what do you do here?
Wow, you're good at this, Thomas.
So maybe we have, let's say, a 3-2 build-up.
Yeah.
That's maybe the go-to, and there can be small variations of what we do. So maybe he drops down there, and he can go progress a little bit, and then another one can drop down.
Yeah.
And there they need to find themselves. Don't want a specific thing. I show a few solutions.
Yeah.
For example, I always want a long solution or in behind solution.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting you say that, because I'm going to run it.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Xavi plays a great ball.
Yeah, a great ball. Yeah.
The only probably issue with it is, and Pogba makes a great run. The only issue you'd probably say with it is, he's 4v1, so it's not really a good numbers game. But I like the fact it's actually quite positive.
Yeah.
But maybe sometimes in those moments, maybe just keep it.
Yeah.
We get down the other side. Yeah. This is another clip. This is a really cool clip, because you see, obviously, you guys are only a few games in together, aren't you? So Romero, obviously, he's saying, right, somebody come help me here. Somebody come play. And then you see Bentancur saying, no, get it wide. And I think because he's a good lad, perhaps he's going to go in, isn't he? But really, it's not on to play. There, is it?
No.
I think they actually make the right decision not to
I agree.
play through the middle. And then obviously it gets wide. And I think sometimes especially at home, you think, actually sometimes I think people can take too many touches. Do you know what I mean? Which kind of sometimes I think gets the crowd a little bit. And see, do you want anything here, or do you just think?
Nah, but here I think it's a very good and bad clip.
Yeah, but Thomas,
I think
that's exactly why we showed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you said it's bad.
Yeah.
What makes you say it's bad?
Because I think there is right now There's a few bits good situations. We actually have like almost 4 versus 3, so we can circulate a little bit quicker. But I think this is a good example of where we are not where I want us to be.
Yeah.
It's not.
In what sense?
Yeah, in terms of relationship, it's not clear.
Yeah.
That he take 2 touch, play Sarr, go out the other side, little link with in, bang into Rodri, maybe find Richie in the pocket between the line.
Because he's got multiple options.
Exactly.
Like that it can go there quick, couldn't it?
And then he decides the worst option to play him down the side,
100%.
completely trapped.
And you could go there, you can get it down the channel, you could come in, have a big switch.
Yeah.
And I do think those things, they take time, don't they?
Well, they take time, and also sometimes you need to get everything right, and you also need the relationship between players so they understand each other.
Yeah.
And the more they play together, they understand, you know it yourself. Some players you just, if he's running there, I'm going here.
Yeah.
I can play around the corner to him, even we have good structure.
Yeah, 100%. And then obviously, from all that, Villarreal get back into their shape, and then, I mean,
difficult.
There's nowhere to go, is there?
No.
So you got to go back and you got to recycle it, which I think they do. Right, let's go on to set pieces. You're one of the best at it. Has this always been something you've really focused on a lot of time and energy?
I always knew there was a decent important thing. So even with my under 12 team, I talked about that the other day. We played at grassroots level a semi-final. We made, and you did the short corners from the 80-yard box back then in the full pitch, and we made 2 combinations, scored from it. So that was good fun for a young coach. But I would say it was more when I went to Brentford.
Yeah.
And their laser focus on it was a big thing.
Yeah.
That's where I got even more drilled into, could see the importance of it. And today you can see it's not only a tool you use if you want to survive in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's a tool you need if you want to optimize in a very, very competitive football world.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's teams now scoring 20, 25 goals. I mean, that essentially is a £100 million player.
Yeah.
Do you know, so obviously the importance of it. This against PSG, obviously kind of at the start of the season, you guys did obviously probably pretty big underdogs in the game, but you were very close to actually getting a result.
Still a little painful.
But it must have given you a lot of confidence, a lot of hope kind of for the season.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've got great players that kind of attack it, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. No. We got good players, and I think the focus has just been boom, that from us, off diff, because it's so crucial, as you said. And the players been really good, really buying into it. Really appreciative about that.
Right, it's a definite goal season so far.
You like it?
It might be, you mentioned, he's your top scorer, I know, at the moment. You challenge him to score more goals to the head, but what about this?
Yeah.
I mean, that is just pure talent, isn't it?
And power.
Amazing.
But a great finish. What a finish.
Absolutely remarkable. The one thing that kind of made me laugh is this. I don't know if you saw it. Right, keep an eye on this. I don't think I've ever really seen it in forget about it. This is my favourite part of the goal. He puts his hands on his head. He can't believe it. He's like, he can't believe he's actually got through there and he's actually scored. I love that. It shows, I think, camaraderie from teammates. Kind of.
But the celebration is brilliant after. How they celebrate together is a fantastic part of it. That's the part of football. You're part of seeing that and experience that.
Yeah, obviously we know about Micky. Technically he's obviously fantastic. He's got this incredible athleticism. Is there anything you've been working on kind of this season? Because I was quite quick, and I used to rely on my pace rather than sometimes being in the perfect position. Do you know what I mean? I think because he's so quick, Micky, he could probably fix everything with his pace. But I think this season it feels like I love this. He reads that beautifully.
Yeah, I know he does. I think I agree with you. I think when you are a quick player, sometimes you can rely a little bit too much on your pace.
Yeah, this one he's got a lot to do, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because that could be a huge problem, really. But obviously, Bentancur kind of blocks it off.
Yeah.
And I think he just does a brilliant job of kind of reading it.
Yeah.
And then you're out. Then you can counter, can't you?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think he works a lot on his position in the box, which I think is crucial. because as a defender, one thing is to be physical and quick and all that, but also the best defenders for me, they do that what I call cool, composed defending.
Yeah.
So they are not hectic, just waiting, boom, boom, block. Okay, now we intercept. I think that's key.
Yeah.
He's obviously fantastic on the ball, can drive forward, beautiful left foot, can play short in behind, and also this year he also added the set piece threat, which I think the complete defender need to do that.
Yeah, and obviously it's a really interesting partnership, I think, with Romeo, because they're actually really different, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, Micky seems quite chill. Romeo is obviously, even the way he tackles, you can tell.
Yeah.
He's all in. It feels like the squad is actually, there's a lot of talent, you know.
Yeah.
Remarkable talent.
Yeah, I think I'm quite pleased with the squad. I said
More to come?
Yeah, exactly. I said that from the beginning. I think first and foremost is to you know, my job as a head coach is to maximize potential. So that is to maximize potential in every player and in the squad. That's my biggest job. Then of course you always want to, how can you say, maybe if you can improve the squad, okay, fine. You know, to understand that it's a relatively young player in Wilson and Xavi coming into it, and they will grow.
Yeah.
And they'll just get a little bit better.
Archie, Lucas.
Exactly.
Really young boys.
Young boys, but talented footballers. Midfielders really see good potential in them.
Well, thank you very much for joining us at the break. That's been an absolute pleasure. You've been the best person on the touchscreen I've seen. So thank you very much. And
thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.